Okay, this is something new. They usually don't put it in the bag. They put it outside the bag. So let's open this up then. Again, that is something new. I haven't seen before. Even with the Aries and the sorry, I am doing this with one hand and it is a fail. Back. Alright, here we go. Alright, moment of truth right here, baby. Yow! Look at that! Oh my sweet Lance. Oh dang. Okay. So let me take off this thing real quick. Loosen this up. Yeah, pretty much. All right, here we go. All right. So just by grabbing it, I could definitely tell there's more. It's, I don't say squishy, but it's more squishy. I mean, that's the only way I can say it. At least right here, it's more squishy, and it's just, I don't know. It's a nice shoe. It feels slightly different, but also slightly the same. I don't know. It's just based on what I feel, right? So, like, just keep that in mind. Putting them on is going to be a different story. But it looks easy to clean. Oh, yeah, look at this texture right here. So, like, right here is also squishy, and right here is also kind of a little bit more stiff material. Squishy, stiff. And you can see that clearly. Nice. Alright, so this is also new, where they put it through an actual hoop. I'm curious to see how that is going to be, because on my 7s, I have this crossed. So it looks something like this. Again, doing this with one hand, guys, sorry. So it looks like this instead. So I'm curious to see how this is going to be. But alright, look at that. Interesting. You don't see that detail on the reviews, so that's something that I noticed. Alright, so that's just my literal first impression, how they feel. The tongue seems to be alright. I think the tongue is more padded on the S-Works 7s than this. The heel cup, interesting design, the asymmetric. See how that works when it actually start riding. This is more roomy. I can already tell, you can just see it it's more wide than narrow. So that should improve some comfort. I never really had issues with my heel, so it really doesn't affect me too much. But it says improvement, so I'm gonna check it out. And this is a little bit lower than S-Works 7s. I'm gonna pull them out in a little bit to kind of compare. But not too bad. I'll put them on and see how it is. Okay, so don't mind the mismatching socks. I just wanted to see how it feels with a thick sock and a thin sock. So I already have this one on with the thick sock. And it's pretty easy to put on, luckily. And I have my cleats on so that way I'm not ruining the bottoms, the soles. All right. Again, just doing this one hand, just reminding everybody. Okay. And already, these feel snug. Right here. These feel pretty snug. They felt snug with these as well, obviously, because it's thicker socks, but even with the thinner socks, I do feel like it's holding my foot in place, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too keen on that, only because I tend to get hot feet pretty fast if I'm not if I don't have enough space. But we'll see. And I used to have the Aries too, so also keep that in mind. So the Aries had this bumper here. It's the same thing on the S-Works Torch. So instead of like a silver cable, we got a white cable to match with the white. So here we go, tightening it. You can do this with one hand. pretty easy. Tighten this up. Tighten it up. And you know what? Like I said, it feels snug. It feels good. But is that going to play a part on a ride in the heat? I don't know. Time will tell. Let me see right here. Right here is my actual, like, you can see my pinky toe right here protruding out just a little bit. So I don't know. That's something I've heard on the Exos, the S-Works ones. So something to keep in mind. They said it's roomier up here. I guess it is. But I can tell you right now, right here feels more fitted than the S-Works 7s, but it kind of feels like an Aries without the sock. So that's an interesting feel. There is padding on here on the tongue itself, so that's it looked like there wasn't that much, but it's pretty good. Not too much, not too little. So I'm curious to see how these will perform tomorrow when I take them out on a 100-mile ride or close to it. YOLO. Let me put on the S-Works 7 to kind of compare the two. So already just putting these on compared to these, let me loosen these up too, just so we have a close comparison. Like, all of this is completely unwinded, right? Like, there's no tension. Same thing with this, there's no tension. I just feel like right here, like I said before, is where it grips your foot. So I'm hoping that doesn't become an issue tomorrow, because I can feel it. It kind of feels like the Aries, where it just grips your foot. So with the S-Works 7s, I would do this. I would cross them. Go cross these as well, just for a more secure fit, tighter fit. All right, so here we go. There's a difference right there. Tighten this up. Side to side comparison. So you can easily see that this is wider than this. Wider, not whiter, but it is also whiter. So you can visually see the difference right there. But I do feel more room. It's not as snug right in this area compared to the torches. So again, that's something I'm going to keep an eye on. But those are my first impressions of the new shoes. I'm going to take them on a super long ride tomorrow and kind of give you some feedback, initial feedback.